The most OP and strongest kaiju is actually this guy. Okay, no, actually, you know what? In this case, do judge a book by its cover because the series is literally named after it. Nonetheless, despite looking like it belongs in Australia, this book would go down in history as one of the greatest kaiju to ever exist with a fortitude level of 9.8. I'm of course talking about none other than Kaiju No. 8, who searched for Kafka and forcefully made him its host. This makes their duo the only known symbiotic and friendly coexistence of a human and kaiju without either one of them being dead. Because of this though, Kafka gained the ability to transform into a powerful humanoid Dai Kaiju, giving him incredible powers. Over time, he learned to control this overwhelming strength more effectively, allowing him to transform specific body parts whilst maintaining a human appearance according to his needs, most of the time. However, due to his kaiju nature, Kafka can only access a fraction of his own power, limiting his combat suit's capabilities to just 1%. But let's be real, who needs a kaiju suit when you can have a kaiju form? Kafka's kaiju transformation boasts unparalleled fortitude. He can easily overpower other kaiju, including ones as formidable as No. 9. Kafka's mastery over his new form is such that he can even take on attacks from seasoned Defense Force soldiers like Soshiro and disarm them without even causing harm. However, when facing Isao in his OP Kaiju No. 2, Kafka struggled to control his transformation, leading to an uncontrollable rampage as the monster inside him had only one mission: kill Kaiju. Even though he retained his consciousness, Kafka's body was completely in the hands of Kaiju No. 8, who was zeroed out on completely destroying everything. This is because whilst the origins of this little guy are mysterious, we do know that its survival instincts are crazy and that he's got some serious beef with other kaijus. I'm talking like Kendrick and Drake level.
Easy. He dropped another track on you. He doubled down on you.
Another track? I didn't finish with this one.
The only way Kafka was able to prevent it from killing Isao and his weapon No. 2 was by momentarily grasping control so that he could impale himself in the chest. After his recovery, Kafka's use of Kaiju No. 8 drastically improved, as seeing how it fought against Isao made him realise he wasn't drawing out the full power of this creature. So Kafka took inspiration and completely bodied No. 9's clone with absolute ease. In terms of combat style, Kafka has to adapt due to his limited ability to use the Defense Force's standard equipment. However, after No. 9's absorption of No. 2, Kafka learned the fundamentals of the squadron-style combat technique from Soshiro, enabling him to channel power into his fists, an ability which put the entire structure of the city at risk when he used it against Kaiju No. 9. Thus, to compete with and tackle No. 9's memory of Isao's mastery over this technique, Soshiro took it upon himself to teach Kafka the secret Hoshina family style and incorporate it into his squadron technique. This evolved version allowed Kafka to surpass and produce a greater power output than Isao himself, using his No. 3 variant modified Twist Blast. And so it goes without saying that Kafka's raw power is immeasurable, as just a single punch can destroy Dai Kaijus several times bigger than him. His durability is also exceptional, with thick skin that allows him to tank powerful attacks. Even if he does take damage, like when Hoshino managed to slice into his torso, by using its ability to shapeshift, Kaiju No. 8 simply broke the blade by growing a mouth in place of the cut. We've also witnessed Kafka use this shapeshifting ability to buff himself and his power output as seen in Chapter 8. This power can be used for various purposes, such as creating tentacles or morphing his tongue into a capturing weapon. What's more is that he can regenerate from injuries and even regrow limbs, although this does drain a lot of stamina. In addition to this though is that Kafka also has the ability to slow down the regeneration of others, as seen against Kaiju No. 9, whose crazy healing factor was slowed down considerably to the point he had to flee. Luckily, Kaiju No. 8's speed and reflexes are fantastic, helping it avoid the need of using its own regeneration by dodging high-speed attacks, as well as covering great distances with its leaps. I mean, bro even dodged hypersonic attacks from Kaiju No. 9. He can also release a powerful energy beam which can enhance his strength and speed by emitting it from its body's pores. And this is a big boost too, as it made it so that even its roar destroyed Kaiju No. 9's projectiles. Most importantly, Kafka's transformation has also granted him a unique sense that allows him to detect nearby kaiju and identify their types. Despite earlier working only in his kaiju form, now, be it underground or several miles away, Kafka's kaiju detection works even in his human form. This also signals that the merging between number 8 and Kafka is underway, as after a certain number of transformations, his hand didn't go back to being human. As this assimilation is completed, we can't even begin to imagine the beast Kafka will become, meaning he easily goes into the S tier category. But if you want to know more about this little guy and why he chose Kafka, I hear that there's a video floating around where it goes balls deep into the topic.